Hey all, Jason Levon, priest at St. Luke's Episcopal Church in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and welcome to another edition of Pause and Pray. This coming May 19th would be the 6th anniversary of my cousin Greg's death. He died suddenly at the age of 55 in 2014 of a massive and unexpected heart attack. I was honored to be able to preside at Greg's funeral, but I was even more honored and blessed to be able to grow up with him, even though he was 20 years older than I was. I grew up in a very large Polish family, had tons of aunts and uncles and cousins and second cousins, and we had many family gatherings with a family that large growing up. I always loved, though, when Greg was there. As a little boy, he was so much fun to be around and took time to take delight in me and just have fun with me. I remember as a little boy running up to him, and he quickly picked me up and turned me upside down to see if any money fell out of my pockets. Or he'd throw me on his shoulders, or he'd play a game of catch with me with a football or baseball. And as I found myself often as a little boy navigating and swimming in a sea of older relatives, Greg was always a lifeline in that sea of love and joy and delight. And I wasn't the only one who experienced it from him. Many others did as well. One of the readings from Scripture that our daily office invites us to reflect on today is the 2nd chapter of Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians. Scholars say it's one of the earliest Christian documents we have, as it depicts one of Paul's early missionary journeys to a church in Thessalonica, which is in Greece. And it also reflects Paul's struggles that he faced on those journeys, meeting resistance and rejection, being thrown out of towns. In the 2nd chapter of Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians that we reflect on today, Paul was reflecting on that and how hard it was to be separated from this community that he was trying to strengthen and build up. And Paul built them up in a beautiful way through love and through taking delight in them, as Paul reflects in that 2nd chapter. How he always prays with such gratitude to God for the gift of this community. And they were enduring their own struggles. And then Paul talking to them about how they're his crown of blessing, his hope, and his joy. Paul becoming this instrument of God taking this beautiful delight in this struggling community. And it was that delight in them that would sustain them in their infancy and all the struggles they faced in that infancy. It's an invitation for us all to pause and pray today, and to open yet another gift of Easter, namely the gift of recognizing that God delights in each and every one of us. And I'm not sure about you, but that's not always a gift I'm able to accept well, because I don't take delight in myself. I'm often so critical of myself and so much harder on myself than I am on anybody else. Can be a rough road to travel. But today I'm grateful for the memory of Greg and the blessing he was, the instrument he was of God's holy delight in me and so many others. And I invite you to pause and pray as well about all of those beautiful instruments in your life who have shown you God's delight in each and every one of you. Because as Easter reveals, and it's the gift we celebrate, it's God's delight in life, in love, that can and does always have the last word. God's Easter peace and blessings to you all. Thanks, Blue.